Alright, hello everybody, welcome to a new live stream. I am now going to be animating a video, so I have 10 hours to make this animation. So I'm doing like a 10-second challenge all the way up to 10 hours, and now I'm working on the 10-hour one, and you guys are gonna get to see what it looks like when I make it. So I've already worked on this for a little bit. As you can see, all the details for 1 hour and 5 minutes to be exact. So I have 8 hours and 55 minutes left. Alright, so I'm gonna start the timer counting down and yeah, get to animating. Also gonna be recording this, which will probably make it more laggy. But yeah, now I'm making a treasure map, so you guys get a little bit of a sneak peek. So I'm kind of just making these go all over the place. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, it should look pretty good once it's done. It's already looking decent. I think it's good so far. Yeah, it'll keep looking better as the video goes on. So here's the treasure map, kinda. Now I'm gonna select random ones throughout here. Kinda add wrinkle details. So I'll move them down like that. Select other random ones. Do one up here. Move them up. So this is just gonna add a bit of detail. Could also move at an angle. Yeah, I'm gonna just continue to do this, down then up, and add a bit of detail to this map. And the next one I'm gonna do smaller adjustment. Adjustment. Bro, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it anything anymore, I guess. Yeah, small like that. And then this will probably be the last one I do. So now if we go into object mode, okay, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then, yeah, I'm gonna not add a new texture, but go into UV editing, hit A, Smart UV project. Change this to 0. Wait, actually I don't need that because it's just flat like that. So I'm gonna do this, create a new one, name it map. Yeah, that's good pixelage. I'll save this. Alright. That looks pretty good, I'd say. And then just make it a slight yellow. And then next I will do like a slightly darker brown and go over it. I also need to make a material image texture. and then you got map. So here's what it will look like. Already looks decent. I think it's a little bit bright. Actually, no, I can do that with the airbrush. So yeah, now I'm gonna do airbrush, change up the size quite a bit. Kind of just darken it in most places. Looks pretty good. A little bit more towards the edges. And this will probably be the last one. I'd say that looks pretty good. Looks like a map to me. Now I don't know what to put on the map yet. So, but yeah, it does look really good. It's gonna go in there. Kinda does look a little bit fakey, but I think it's fine. Looks mostly good. And then, yeah, I'll scale this down. And then, now, here's gonna be the harder part. So I think I need like a darker brown to write on it with probably 4 pixels. And then, so they're gonna find it. There's gonna be a forest right here. And the treasure, I don't really know. I only have 10 hours to do this, so I haven't really came up with a big plot. It's been 1 hour and 10 minutes of making this, so, and obviously I haven't done it straight, but yeah, straight in a row. So I'm gonna make a forest right here. How do I, okay, so north is gonna be forward. I might give them a compass, or they're just gonna have to guess, I guess. So I'm gonna make a tree. Can I rotate this? No, sadly not. But so I'm gonna have to draw the tree sideways. Wait. I can do it like this, actually. So this is where they started. And then I also need to kind of make it more of a, yeah, oval. Because then it stretches it out. Then I can actually do it on here. Way smaller. Alright, that's where they're gonna start. Then I'll fill this in. Like this. Looks pretty good. And then, yeah, they're gonna go, so it's gonna be something like that. This is where they start. Need to find some way to make it look like there's a hole here. Nah, that writing doesn't look good. It's like a decent hole. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'll focus on the trees for now. Wait. And do this for like grass. Ooh, that might take a lot of time though. Just for reference, the last animation I made, which was 3 seconds long, took like 20 hours. But I did have like yeah, it was not the animation process, but yeah, the set designing. And then yeah, I'll make this forest. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Okay. Kinda looks like a tree, kinda doesn't. Well, half a tree. Nah. What about if I did something like this? Something like this. Okay, that looks a lot better. That looks pretty good. And then yeah, I'll have forest. What other biome type things should I have? I'm gonna have to draw a lot of trees. Alright, yeah, no, not that one. It's kind of hard drawing with the mouse. If only I could copy them over. I mean, there's probably some way to do it, but I do not know how. Yeah, no clue. Okay, that is a big fail. So here's how it looks. Looks decent. Yeah. gonna keep working on this. Add like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more trees. Start with the one right here. Add one up here. I can also add things on the map as I go. Same with this one. So as I come up with ideas, or you guys come up with ideas, I mean you guys, there's no one watching right now, but if you guys come up with ideas in the future when you're watching. But anyways, so yeah, all these trees, I'll make a river too, that's a good idea. Not my best work of art, but I kinda am on a time crunch. $10 is a lot of time, but not when you're animating. I mean, it's still a lot of time, but like it goes by fast. I might make like tall grass in here. The grass kind of does lag my computer. Just a little. Okay, I'm gonna do it on the bottom and top now, cause to change up the pattern a little bit. This is like the perfect tree, almost. It's a pretty good tree. So yeah, here's how it looks. I'm gonna darken it up across the edges. Also save this. So yeah, I'm gonna size it up. A little bit more than that. And kind of just like really darken it. Looks pretty decent. Alright, that looks a lot better. And then probably do something like this. I'll actually go to the slightly lighter part. So like right here. And do something like that. Just to kind of make the texture look a little bit better. Then even go in with the darker. Like that. That looks amazing. Looks pretty burnt. I'm also gonna, yeah, make this not reflective. Here's the map. It's gonna be kind of hard to see on the video. Oh man, the time is flying by. Alright, let's go down to 4 pixels again. Grab the same color. Let's make sure we have it. Yeah, we did not have it. Oh. And paint hard. And kind of make this smooth and wavy. And then I'm not gonna take that. Alright, that looks decent. Now we just need to indicate that it's water. Kinda. Yeah, it looks good. Alright, here's how it looks. It's a river. It's a river, alright. And then I'll have it go around this way. Alright, and then soon we're gonna get started on the trees, which I have an idea. They should be pretty easy. Yeah, I'm gonna make it go through the river like this, and then pop out on the other side. Let's make it where it's narrow. So that they have a higher chance of crossing it. It's kind of a joke, but yeah. Anyways, that's the map so far. Gonna add a little bit of grass. Looking pretty good. Alright, still no viewers. It's impressive. This will officially be my first story animation I've ever made. I really want to start making more story type videos. So who knows, you might see more in the future. Don't know if anyone will hear this ever, but yeah. There's not many people that go back and watch through live streams, so if any. Alright, here I'm gonna make it like massive grass, so that there's no way they could cross it. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, I'll be really spread out right here, so I don't have to do much. Have to do this for long. Why am I doing it on the lines, basically? I think this map looks pretty good though. Mostly good. There's a few things off about it, but I don't know how to fix them. Alright. This is a big map. Probably gonna shrink it down. Maybe. Just maybe. But yeah, here's how the map looks right now. Which it looks pretty good if I do so myself. Now let's just make it map size. Alright. Now for these frames, up to 50, we'll just put it as a temporary fix. We're gonna put it down here, move it to the bottom ish. And then let's see if we can do this. I doubt you can do it, but there's probably no way you can do this. If I do that, actually, let's undo this. Just position it like this. I'll move this up if I can. Well, let's go to animation then. I'm gonna push I like this. Edit mode. I don't know if there's any way to do this, so I'm actually just gonna copy and paste this item, paste it right there, just have a second copy just in case, and then in sculpt mode, well, I'll go, yeah, object mode, and then sculpt mode. I'll go into object mode so I can move it up and out like this. Okay, now I'll go back into sculpt mode and move the center in. Alright, that looks kinda decent. Hopefully I should be able to still customize it. But yeah, drop that in there. Alright, that looks decent. Now, I'm actually gonna share the stream so that I don't have 0 viewers the entire time. Alright, almost done. Alright, let's get back to it. Now I'm going to add mesh cylinder. You thought I was gonna say cone. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Alright. Let's extrude this up a little bit. And then go into edit mode. Yep. Face select. Delete face. Delete face. I actually don't need it to be this tall. So let's move all of these down. Shrink it a little. Extrude it up. And shrink it. And then yep, this will be the tree. Very simple tree. And now add the roots. Like this. These ones will go down a little bit, and then yeah, that's the first one. Now we can bring all these out forward a little bit more. Bring these ones out forward. Same with all of these. And then even more with these. Just to kind of make it look better. Let's undo that. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but yeah, that'll be our tree in a second. Let's extrude this one more time. Make it like that. Now we can go into object mode, shade to smooth, and that will be the base of our tree. Looks pretty decent. We'll make it brown. That is pretty brown. And then other way. I kind of like it soft. Kind of just looks nice. Okay, here is where it gets cool. So shade to smooth once again. Add object, make it green like that. And now we're kind of just going to spam these all over the place. Making them all different sizes. scale this one up to a little bit bigger than most of the other ones. The cool thing about 3D trees is you can kind of just copy and paste them over and over again. So you don't have to remake trees if you do it correctly, which is pretty cool. I think this tree is looking pretty nice though. So this is going to be our tree. We'll position it a little bit better, probably like that. Maybe actually rotate this. I think that looks pretty good. That's a pretty good tree. Made that just in a few minutes. And here's how it looks. Definitely way too big. So like here's our characters. Make it, yeah. Think like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now let's just position it all randomly throughout here. Rotate them so they don't look like they're copy and pasted. I think this is looking pretty good though. Forgot to rotate this one, which means I also have to rotate. Wait, I'll rotate it the other way. And let's rotate it like this. And then we can copy and paste these 3 trees. Move it like this. Probably something like this. And then move them one at a time to their correct positionings. I think these trees look pretty good though. Do all look the same, but they look good. Definitely a new style. But yeah, here is our trees. There's a treasure map down there. Very simple animation, but it will look decent. Alright, now let's add some tall grass in the woods. Think it will help it look better, if I can say that correctly. Edit mode. Let's shrink this down. And then extrude it. scale it down just a little. Let's actually scale it Z, because we're making tall grass. Extrude this up to here. Shrink the grass even more. Probably a little bit more than that. Extrude it up to here. Shrink it a little bit farther. Scale this up a little bit. Since this doesn't look good, well, first let's start with these. Move these so they're almost straight up. Probably like that. And then I go to the side view again. Now let's rotate this. So here's one blade of grass. Now let's hop back into object mode and add a new texture. Well, add a new texture like that. Shade it to smooth. Boom. And so we'll have like multiple in one. I think that looks decent. Alright. I'm gonna join them. Shrink them down quite a bit. Definitely a lot more than that, because that would be massive grass. Probably something like this. I'll move it into the ground like that. Yeah, that looks decent. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm gonna select all these. And I can copy and paste them throughout the woods. Um, Alright, now let's make the river. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I've never actually made water, so this is gonna be kinda cool. If it turns out good. Edit mode. And then I think I'm probably just gonna do something like this. Over here. Delete verticals. Let's look at the map if we can see it. Yeah, no, that's a waste of time. Alright. Hopefully this water looks good. We'll see. Alright, now I'm gonna dissolve these verticals. Yeah, let's undo that. This part's gonna take a little bit longer. And dissolve all these corner verticals though. Just to start the process. I think it's faster to just click all of them like this, so I only have to push dissolve once. Alright, this is looking pretty good. I think it's looking good. Whoa, this is actually such a big river. Kinda just now realizing that. Well, actually, it's not gonna be bad. I can kinda just move all the stuff. Yeah, I'll be able to move all these forward when I'm done, so don't have to worry about that. Alright, this is looking pretty good though. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. People only like watching Fortnite and Minecraft, I guess. I mean, sometimes I have 0 viewers on even those. So undo that. Man, this is taking a while. Alright, that looks pretty good. Rotate this, move it forward. Alright, so here's what I have. Here is the river. There's a few things I need to do to fix it. First of all, grabbing all of these and moving it forward to make it more crossable. Okay, now I'm gonna grab all the edge ones on one side. Like this. Yeah. Miss any? Nope. Alright. Now I'm going to extrude it out a little. Extrude it again. Down. Then extrude it like this. And one last time. Across. Move this a little bit back. And then that will be the river. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and hopefully this river will look pretty good. Like I said, I've never done water, so we'll have to see how that turns out. It's exciting, kind of a joke, but yeah. First time making water. Alright, now we can do the same process E to extrude it a little bit down, E to extrude it more down, like a lot more, then the final E to get right there. Alright, here's the annoying part. Wait, I might be able to do this. Could I actually just like grab all of these and push F? Oh, that's gonna be so much better for most of it. So yeah, we'll do it like 4, then push it. 4, 4. Doesn't really matter right there. Ooh, we're down to 7 hours. Man. This time is going by fast. But we are kinda cooking. Kinda cooking. Alright, let's try and grab all of these. And move them up enough and back enough. Almost done with this massive river. Well, it was gonna be a cool live stream. Don't have many viewers, 0 to be exact. But yeah. I think I'm gonna make him like try and swim across. And actually, let's go into object mode. I'm actually gonna add a new texture for this. AU Smart UV Project Unwrap. And then I can paint all this brown. Should be easy enough. New image. Meadow. Make this image texture. Kind of looks cool. This is what it would look like if it was a wasteland. Alright. Save this once again. Save the image. It's I kinda like how it's glowing there. For here, scale it up a bit. quite a bit more. Who knew you could paint grass? Alright, but that looks pretty good. I'm gonna need to erase that and find out where that is, because I do not know. Alright, scale it down a bit. Should have changed the island margin so that it wasn't touching. But yeah, now let's go back to the brown. That looks very brown, if I do say so myself. What the heck? Oh, that confused me for a second. So here is, I can't hit those ones, so let's scale it down to like 13. Yeah, I'll do this. There we go. Now let's hope it did not affect this hole over here. Which, knowing it, it probably did. Yep, and we do not want that. So let's exit out this new, name it Meadow 2. And then make this to, actually no, we can cancel that. Open Meadow. And then, yeah, I'm gonna try and find it. Drag this into here. Open image. Okay, so I didn't need to do that. Let's UV unwrap this. 0.01. So now it has spacing. And we don't have to worry about the annoying other stuff. Okay. Yep. Much better. Paint. And we do need to redo this, but let's first worry about here, which will be done easily. There we go. Alright. Save. Now we can switch back over to this temporarily. Scale it up a bit. Save image again. And then paint all of this. And I think that's actually perfect. Here's how it looks. That looks pretty decent. It's without the water. It's a big river though. Man. Imagine swimming through that. Alright, now we need to figure out how to make water, which I have an idea. Probably 1,000 times slower than what anyone else would do. You guys might be expecting it. So I'm gonna add a plane. Move it over here. Rotate it. Scale it up. Let's unrotate it. Make it about that long. Scale it sideways. About that much. Rotate it. Like that. First problem. Alright, let's go into sculpt mode. Oh wait. Let's go back into layout mode. Edit mode. Control R. Add a few of those. Go back into. This is gonna take a little bit. Add just a few more. There's gonna be big waves. Object mode. Now we can go back into sculpting. And then right here, I'm kinda gonna just raise it up. Why does it? Oh. Shift A. Control A. Scale. There we go. So we'll kind of just make it look a little bit better. Alright. Don't really need to do this side, but I will anyways. So why not? Then, yeah, this is gonna be our river. Object mode. Let's move it up a bit. Make this shiny. Like that. Gonna be clear-ish. Gonna make it blue. Yeah. Let's turn off the alpha for now. sculpting, sculpt mode. Let's shrink this down. There's no way this is gonna work. So let's go into layout, edit mode. If only I could like, okay. Object mode. How do you? Okay, I'm gonna pause this timer and figure out how to make and figure out how to make waves. Alright, so I think I got some ideas. If I do something like this, then I go like this, up, down, up, down. Yeah, no. Wave mod. Okay, modifiers. Let's find modifiers. Okay, add modifier. Wave. Okay, let's go into object mode, edit mode, subdivide again. This is so much easier. Alright, let's go back into object mode, add modifier, wave modifier. Looks pretty good. I like that. Let's undo this. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Okay, I like that. 100 meters. Let's make it 1,000. Okay. Hey, we only need 100. How do I modify this even more to make it, I'd like it to be more crazy though. Oh wait, um, kind of forgot to start my timer. Anywho, doesn't really matter. See if there's any other, speed controls. Dynamic paint. Subdivision surface modifiers. Time. That's kind of cool. Kind of works, kind of not. Whoa. Where was I? Man, does it make it laggy though. I wish I could make them more crazy. Modifiers. Pauses. Here, I'm gonna mute, well, the audio. Ooh. Alright, wait. So, dynamic paint. Alright, how does that work? Let me skip it back. Dynamic paint. Type brush. Add brush. Add brush surface. Wait a minute. Let me skip back. Settings. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, what? Alright, you know, what did they do? Canvas. Oh, canvas. Okay, now we change it back to canvas. Add canvas. Alright, I don't know what we did. Now we make this waves. Still did nothing. Okay, that video did absolutely nothing. Yeah. Completely lost. I'm gonna unpause this while I try and figure it out. Alright, we found out something. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying. Alright, what the... I do not know what I'm doing. Yeah, let's find a different tutorial. So alright, let's see if we did it. Nothing. Go to modifiers. Let's remove this. Yeah, no, that's kind of trash. Let's just add fluid. See what this does. Soft bonding. Collision. Well, this is kind of cool though. Kind of broke it. Yeah, no, I kind of broke Blender. There we go. Okay. Nah, I really broke it. Okay. It was struggling there. Cloth, let's see what it looks like. Oh, jeez. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you thinking? Wait. Bro. I added a cloth modifier, and now it kind of looks like it has waves. If it will load. Shade is smooth. Oh, yes. Yes. If it loads. It's way too far down. Alright. This is painful, but I'm gonna save it. Move it way up, see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna change this to like, oh, why did I push, yeah, there we go. Man, it is struggling. Oh wait, I have a brilliant idea right now. I'm gonna push this. Oh, and it's still laggy. Well then, let's push this. Okay, here's the worst water in the world. but it kind of looks good. That's all I care about. Oh my goodness, let's change this down to 0. Wait a minute. No, it does nothing. Okay, well, here's our waves. Oh, okay. What the? No. Well, we made our new waves. Alright, this is hilarious. Okay, that's hilarious. Um, and so it doesn't crash my computer every time I try and run the animation. Let's try and make this more simple. By removing, remove this entire half. Should make it be a little bit more smooth when I run the animation. Alright, object mode. Yeah, I have 1 FPS now. No, I didn't. Okay, whatever. This is so miserable. I wasted basically an hour just figuring this out while just trying to figure it out. Yeah, no, I'm removing this modifier. Goodbye, cloth. Flow. Smoke color. What the? What the heck? Flow. Domain. Effector. Inflow. Is it talking about like smoke? What the heck? Fluid? What is it? Oh my goodness, I'm so confused. Where's... Bro, okay, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Add modifiers. Generate. Deform physics. Ocean. Ocean! Yo. Yo. Wait a minute. Let me cook. Let me cook, bro. Is this not the best waves you've ever seen? Okay. Let's go into sculpt mode. Yeah, that, bro. I'm wasting so much time on this. Oh my goodness. Okay. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, no, we're keeping the water like this. We are keeping the water like this. I cannot afford to waste any more time on this. Yeah, no. Alright, we're gonna make this. Gonna undo that. What even is that? Whoa. Interesting. Make it clear. Ain't this the best water you've ever seen? Alright, here's the water. I did not cook with this, but that's gonna be what we're gonna have to deal with. Because I am running out of time too fast for me to, okay. What is this thing? Alright. Let's start animating. So yeah, they're gonna be playing tag. And then one's gonna almost fall into the hole. And he lost his eyes. Oh wait. Okay, whatever. Let's save this. Anyways, the eyes are gonna be able to move around his head. Kinda like that. Okay. I'm gonna have okay. Going to have two others, but right now let's go into animation. Video sequencer. Here, let me look up how to add audio. How to add audio in Blender. Video sequencer, import your audio. Add what? Okay, no. What are we doing? How? Control Z. Preview. Okay, well, I'm going to record audio for the video. I think I'm going to have him, I'm going to have him say something like, alright, I'll give you 5 seconds to run and hide. Or, yeah, I don't know, something like that. So, let me switch over to my microphone. It will sound pretty good. I'm actually gonna end the live stream because I haven't had any viewers the last 2 hours.